The fastest measure of speed we have is the speed of light, the measure of all things in the universe in terms of distance and time. Light is the driving force behind all of the mysteries of the universe, and also our fiercest ally in unraveling them. As author Robert Brault once said, "Nature decrees that we do not exceed the speed of light. All other impossibilities are optional."
So what is light anyway?
What is light? Tiny little massless, insanely energetic pockets of energy.
Sure.
Basically.
Okay.
But we can also say the fastest things in the universe. They're like the cosmic speed limit, ultimately.
Ever thought about what it would be like to travel at that rate of speed?
I couldn't imagine how warped the universe would be. Time would certainly slow down for you a lot, if not almost stop, relative to people back on Earth.
The way I kind of think of it is that if we're traveling as fast as the speed of light, if we become that photon, here what we've done is we followed Einstein's equation all the way out, and all of our mass has now been converted into the energy so that we can travel at the speed of light. So here we are now, we are this photon. We are the measuring tool.
Right.
So everything, in a sense, stops for us.
Yes.
Remember, nothing can move as fast as we do, except other photons.
Exactly. And since everything is relative, if we're the cosmic speed limit now, then everything else will, in our perspective, not be moving. Wow. And this equation you talk about, is it the E equals mc squared?
E equals mc squared, yes, that famous
what it talks
equation that
about.
everybody talks
Exactly.
about. Sure.
Everyone loves to reference it, but most people don't know what, what it means.
And as it turns out, there are some galaxies that are moving at percentages of the speed of light.
Wow.
So we might see some galaxies. These are the galaxies that have very, very high, what are called redshift numbers. And that's just a term that's used to describe the fact that they're moving very quickly.
Right.
Well, we as photons might be able to see them crawling along as turtles relative to us.
Because light is so fast, we're so used to it being instantaneous, but it's not. And historically, for the longest time, they thought it was, right? Until, of course, Einstein came along. But that's here nor there. The point is, I'm seeing you now only because light is bouncing off you to get to my eyes. Our distance is very small, so it seems like real time, but it's fractions of a second that I'm still seeing you old.
But not significant enough to make a difference.
Not at all. It still basically feels like absolute real time. But when we're talking about scales of the universe, the further away you go, the further back in on time you're seeing. So tell your friends that we've all actually been time traveling by just looking up at the sky. We can start local to keep it simple. But if you look at our sun with protective eyewear, of course, not
absolutely.
These, actual protective eyewear, you're looking at the sun how it was about 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago, because that's how long it takes the light from the sun to reach your eyes. So you're looking at light that's a little bit old. That's one of my favorite facts to talk about space.
So we talk about the sun being that far away, we see it as it looked 8 minutes ago. We can extend that out into the universe, right?
You can just keep going. It's very easy to calculate. Whatever the light year distance is, that's how long ago you were looking at. So if we say Andromeda is about 2.5, 2.9 million light years away, we're always seeing it as it was about 2.5 million years ago. So if Hubble takes a picture of it right now, the light that it's getting is still about 2.5 million years old.
Wait a minute, that's a really long time ago.
know.
I mean, isn't that about the time that humans really emerged on the planet?
That's right. So if Hubble takes a picture of Andromeda tonight, it's seeing light that's older than Homo sapiens.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that something?
I love that.
Yeah.
Another fun fact. So our cluster of galaxies, which makes up our, neighbors and stuff, obviously they're at varying distances, but we like to say on average that they're about 65 million light years away. So if I was an intelligent being on a planet in one of those galaxies and I could look back on Earth and look at the surface somehow, I would not be seeing humans because we weren't here 65 million years ago, dinosaurs were.
That's right. That's right.
And so again, that to me is the most fascinating thing about light, is that it can take you back in on time.
So if there are inhabitants on other planets, so they aren't seeing us now, they won't see us now until
that time has passed.
that time has passed.
One more crazy fact, because we can keep going forever. If I was a civilization that's about, 5 to 6 billion light years away and had a powerful enough telescope to look back at our solar system, well, it wouldn't be here.
We're not even here yet.
Would not be. Our solar system did not exist that long ago.
And if we keep going with this, if you go a few billion years further back, well, then what ends up happening is they can see the star that used to be in this portion of space.
Wow. The one that went supernova that maybe created us.
That eventually created us.
Wow.
So there's going to be a long time passing before those creatures at that distance know that this planet exists even. So this idea of looking back in time for us takes us as far back as we can possibly observe. And right now, the farthest out we can possibly observe is the edge of the observable universe, right? So we can see objects that are almost 13.6 billion light years out. But we're seeing the universe then as it appeared 13.6 billion years ago.
Wow, a very, very young universe.
Very young universe. We're essentially looking at sort of like the baby picture, a baby universe, way back then. So, one of the really interesting things about light is that we humans will never be able to go way out there.
But light can bring it to us.
Absolutely.